Suddenly the light in my room clicked on. Footsteps. Then a voice. Calm. Familiar. Chloe. It's a regular Saturday, the kind that felt like it didn't belong to anyone. The air was cool, soft against my skin as I jogged through the quiet streets. My playlist was low, just a faint hum in the background. 2 months had passed since the night that changed everything, since the scream, the blood, and the whisper of my name that has refused to leave everyone's mouth. The investigation had dragged on endlessly, officers coming and going, students questioned until they sounded rehearsed. For a while, it felt like the whole school had frozen in that moment. But now, the storm was beginning to die down. Slowly, maybe because Amber was finally awake. They said she'd been in a coma for weeks, barely hanging on. And when she finally opened her eyes, it wasn't the celebration everyone expected. People whispered she wasn't the same, that she spoke strangely, like someone who'd seen something no one else could. When the police asked her about that night, I thought for sure she'd say my name again, that she'd point her trembling finger and whisper Addison. But she didn't. She said it was an accident, that she couldn't remember what really happened. And just like that, my name disappeared from their mouths. The rumors thinned, the whispers faded. For the first time in months, I could breathe without feeling like the whole world was watching. I slowed my jog, the rhythm of my heartbeat blending with the distant sound of morning birds. The sky was washed in pale gray light. I was just about to cross the old corner store when my phone buzzed in my pocket. Unknown number. I hesitated before answering. Hello. Hello, Chloe. The voice came smooth and familiar, confident, like it had every right to call me that name. I froze. Mr. Frost. My stomach tightened. My manager from the underground circuit. Oh, I said, keeping my tone even, my breath steady. It's been a while. It has, he replied, a hint of amusement in his voice. I was beginning to think you'd moved out of town. No, I said quietly. And yet you didn't stop by, he teased lightly. Anyway, there's a new champion in town. A girl about your age. Fights with that same fire you had. Though the fans say she's colder, darker. She doesn't just win. She leaves her opponents lifeless on the floor. He paused, letting the words hang. At first, everyone thought it was you. But this one, she's got something else. Something wicked. You should come see for yourself, Chloe. Your fans have been asking about you nonstop. They miss you. I exhaled slowly, forcing down the uneasy chill crawling up my spine. I'll think about it, I said, my voice slipping into that other tone, the one that belonged to her. Then the line went dead. The silence afterward felt heavier than the call itself. A new champion. Same age. Same energy. Same ruthlessness. Who was she? And why did part of me feel like I already knew her? By the time I got home, the sun had climbed high, spilling through the curtains. I nearly tripped when I saw Kelly sitting on the couch, flipping through a magazine like she belonged there. For a moment, I froze. I hadn't seen her properly since the interrogation. I'd pulled away from everyone, from school, from the noise, from her. It was easier that way. Safer. Addie, she said, standing up quickly, her eyes wide and worried. Hey, I managed, forcing a small smile that felt foreign on my lips. You've been avoiding me. I shrugged. Just needed space. Space from me? No. From everything. We went upstairs. My room still smelled faintly of paint and dust. I hadn't opened the windows in days. Kelly sat on my bed, watching me in that quiet, patient way she always did. I get it, she said finally. After what happened, I'd want to disappear too. But it's over now, Addie. The case is closed. Amber's fine. You can breathe again. I nodded, but the truth was, I hadn't been breathing right for weeks. We talked for a while, about classes, gossip, The things we used to laugh about before everything got dark. It was nice, in a weird, fragile way. Like pretending life was normal again, even if we both knew it wasn't. By the time evening rolled in, the house grew quieter, the sky shifting into bruised shades of violet and blue. Kelly left not long after dinner, and for a moment, I stood by the window, staring at the night settling in. Mr. Forced voice echoing in my head. Your fans have been asking about you, Chloe. New champion. Maybe going back would help me feel normal again. Maybe stepping into that cage, feeling the rush, the cheers, the fight, would drown out everything else. What do you think, Chloe? I called out. Let's go and see what the new champion looks like, she replied just immediately. I grabbed my kit, and then the shift came in. It always started with a pulse behind my ribs, a sharp flicker of heat crawling through my veins, spreading like wildfire. The world tilted for a moment, colors bleeding together. When I opened my eyes, I was standing in the familiar, dimly lit room beneath the arena, my dressing room. The mirror reflected my face as I put on my hoodie and face mask. Let's have some fun, I screamed, following the back door as I appeared on stage. Crowds pressed against the rails, their chants vibrating through the concrete. Sweat, smoke, and adrenaline filled the air like a drug. When I stepped into the light, a roar broke out. Chloe's back. Queen of the cage. It was intoxicating and terrifying. I'd missed this, the heat, the chaos, the way every heartbeat became a drum. When the announcer's voice boomed through the speakers, I smiled under my mask. That dark, twisted smile I could never wear as Addison. Tonight, a special match. The returning champion, Chloe, versus our new dark horse, Umbra. The crowd erupted again. The ring lights dimmed. Then she stepped out from the shadows. Umbra. She was about my height, same slim built. Her outfit almost mirrored mine. Hooded, black, fitted, like she'd studied every move, every look, every scar. Her mask shaped like a crescent shadow. But it wasn't her outfit that made my pulse stutter, it was her eyes. Cold, familiar, like staring into a mirror I didn't remember standing in front of. The bell rang. She didn't wait. Her first punch came fast, a blur of light and darkness that cracked against my jaw, snapping my head sideways. Pain exploded, white hot. The crowd roared. I staggered back, more from shock than pain. She shouldn't have been that fast. Before I could recover, she was on me again, spinning low, her knees slamming into my ribs. Each hit landed with precision. Too precise. She's reading me, I hissed. She knows my rhythm. I growled under my breath, dodging her next strike and countering with a sharp kick to her chest. She flew back, but landed on her feet, like a damn shadow. Then something strange happened. Her hands glowed faintly, not with light, with darkness, like smoke curling under her skin. The crowd thought it was a trick, part of the act. But I knew that feeling, that pull, that power. She's not normal. She's part of us. She swung again. This time her fist left a trail of black shimmer. When it connected, it felt like hitting steel. My vision blurred. The crowd gasped. I've never got hit like this. Come on, demon girl, someone shouted. Don't let her win. Umbra tilted her head, her voice muffled but sharp. You're not the only monster here, Chloe. That froze me for a heartbeat. Rage flared through me and I attacked. We clashed again and again, every movement faster, sharper. Each blow echoed like thunder. My fists connected with her jaw, her ribs, her gut, but she absorbed it like it was nothing. Then, with a smirk, she twisted her arm, slamming a brutal uppercut that threw me halfway across the ring. The crowd screamed. Blood filled my mouth. My vision swam. She stood over me, breathing steady, that strange darkness flickering around her. Who the hell are you? I growled. Umbra just smiled, a small, cruel smile that looked too familiar. I barely got back up before the next strike came. She was faster, stronger, and for the first time in 2 years, I knew I was losing. Fear, Real fear. It was the kind that crawled up my spine and whispered, "You're not winning this one." Before I could block, she hit me again, a blow so heavy it rattled my bones and sent me sprawling to the ground. The crowd gasped. Some cheered. Others looked terrified. "She's gonna kill her," someone yelled. I couldn't move, could barely breathe. And then, just when she raised her hand for the final strike, she stopped. Her dark eyes locked with mine through the mask. And I swore I saw something flicker there, recognition. I blinked. And then she turned around and walked away. The crowd went wild with confusion. I dragged myself out of the ring, panting, heart still racing. The sound of my name echoing behind me like a curse. For the first time in years, I lost a fight. I dragged myself all the way through the window back in my room. I barely made it to the bed before collapsing. The fight replayed in my head. Every hit, every flicker of that strange power. Who was she? And why did she feel so familiar? Suddenly the light in my room clicked on. Footsteps. Then a voice. Come. Familiar. Chloe. I froze. To be continued. Who do you think Umbra really is? And why did she spare Chloe? A whisper in the dark. Chloe who said that? Comment your guess and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode.